You guys are sounding tight tonight. All right, welcome back to the Grove. It feels good to be back. My name is Logan Bennett. I am the director of this production, and it's my genuine pleasure to welcome you to Shakespeare in the Grove and our 24th production. Can you believe it? 24th. Great. 12th night, or what you will. And speaking of the performance, it lasts about 2 hours. There'll be a 10-minute intermission, at which point you can purchase some concessions and refreshments at the Kiwanis Club. Thank you, Kiwanis. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we got burgers, dogs, soda, popcorn, all sorts of health food, so we're good. I'd also like to take a moment to thank Tidewater Community College and the Chesapeake Fine Arts Commission for their support and sponsoring this event every year. Also, huge thanks to Jim Hazel, Channel 48, for coming out and filming tonight's production. I've got more. Also, the staff of the Roper Performing Arts Center, our wonderful cast, our wonderful crew, everyone who's helped make tonight possible, and of course, you, the audience, for coming out and supporting live theater. Thank you so much. We couldn't do it without you. All right. All right, so enough of my jibber jabber. Are you guys ready to see a show? I don't know what you think. Are you ready to see a show? All right. Sit back, relax, and enjoy William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, or what you will.
If music be the food of love, play on! Give me excess of it, that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Olivia! Piss off! Enough! No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before.
My lord, would you
Oh, Curio! When mine eyes did see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant my desires like fell and cruel hounds ere since pursued me. Oh, spirit of love! How quick and fresh art thou! So full of shapes is fancy that it alone is high fantastical.
Perhaps, my lord.
How now, Valentine? What news from her?
So pleased, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The sun itself till 7 years heat shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress, she will veiled walk and water round her chamber once a day. All this to season a dead brother's love, which you will keep fresh and lasting in sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame, to pay this debt of love, but to a brother, How will she love when liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled? Her sweet perfections with one self-king! Away before me to sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friend, is this?
This is Illyria, lady!
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and after our ship did split, when you and those poor numbers saved with you hung on our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where I saw him make acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well.
Who governs here?
Ooh, a noble duke in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I've heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
Oh, and so is now, or was so very late. For but a month ago I went from hence. 'Twas fresh in murmur that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
Oh, a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
That's right.
Oh, that I served this lady and might not be delivered to the world till I'd made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to compass. She will admit no kind of suit, no, not even the duke's.
That's right.
I prithee, conceal me what I am and be my aid, for such a disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. Thou shalt present me as Cesario, a footman to him. What else may hap to time I will commit, only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his footman and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let my eyes not see.
I thank thee, lead me on.
Aye.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier a night. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight you brought in to be her wooer.
Who? Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as any's in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fine that you'll say so. He plays on the viol de gamboys and speaks 3 or 4 languages. Word for word, without book, and hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. He's a fool. He's a great quarreller, and but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
By this hand, they're scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. Who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there is passage in my throat and drink in Illyria. He is a coward and a coistrel that will not drink to my niece.
Sir Toby Belch!
What, wench?
Sir Toby!
Jay, devil take you! For here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Belch! How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name's Mary, sir.
good Mistress Mary accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
Well, by my troth, I wouldn't undertake her into this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
And thou let part so, Sir Andrew, wouldst thou never draw sword again?
Never draw sword again? Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have not you by the, hand.
Marry, but you shall have. And here's my hand.
Now, sir, fall is free. I pray you, bring your other hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Well, I should think so. I'm not such a fool, but I can keep my hand dry. But what's your jest?
It's a dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, I let go your hand.
Oh.
I am barren.
Oh, knight! When did I see thee so put down?
Sometimes methinks I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or not do? I would I had bestowed that time of the tongues that I have in dancing and bear baiting. Oh, have I but followed the arts.
Well, then hadst thou had an excellent head of hair, for thou seest it will not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Oh, excellent! Well, I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen. Or if she be, it's 4 to 1, she'll none of me. The Count himself here hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer. I like mass and revels, sometimes all together.
Art thou good at these kickshaws this night?
As any man in Illyria.
And what is thy expertise in a galliard, knight?
Faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
But I think I have the back trick simply as strong as any man in Illyria.
Wherefore are these things hid? Wherefore have these gifts a curtain before them? Are they like to take dust? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and ride home in a coranto? Why, my very walk should be a jig. I would not so much as make water, but in a syncope. What dost thou mean? Is it a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, 'twas formed under the star of a galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and does indifferent well to flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Taurus? Well, that's sides and heart.
No, sir. 'Tis legs and thighs. Let me see the caper. Higher! Oh, excellent.
If the Duke continues these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He have known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank thee.
Who saw Cesario?
Oh, on your tenants, my lord, here.
Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have unclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access. Stand at her doors and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sir, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she never will admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then unfold to her the passions of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. It shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in nuncios of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Oh, dear lad, believe it. For they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Why, Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Some 4 or 5, attend on him. All, if you will. For I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a bar for strife. Whoever I woo myself would be his wife.
Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey, and up she rises early in the morning. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, hey, and up she rises, way, hey.
Nay, either tell me where thou hast been, or my lady will hang thee for thy absence.
Well, let her hang me. He that is well hanged needs fear no colours.
Make that good.
He shall see none to fear.
A good length answer.
Well, God give him wisdom that have it, and those that are fools, let them use their talents.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent.
Well, many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou wert as witty a piece of flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you know, no more of that. Oh, here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely, you were best.
Wit, and if be thy will, put me to good fooling.
God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
What, do you not hear? Fellow, take away the lady.
Go to, you are a dry fool. Besides, you grow dishonest.
2 faults, Madonna, that drinking and good counsel will lament. Forgive the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man amend himself. If he mends, he's no longer dishonest. If he cannot, let the botcher mend him. The lady bade take away the fool. Therefore, I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think your brother's soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentleman.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity, for better increasing your folly.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stove. Look you now, he's out of his guard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest, I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in a loud fool, though he do nothing but rail, nor no railing in a known discreet man, though he do nothing but reprove.
Now thou speakest well of fools.
Madam! There is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young gentleman and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Oh, Sir Toby, your kinsman.
Oh, fetch him off, I pray you. Go, you, Malvolio, if it be a suit from the Count. I am sick, or not at home, or what you will, to dismiss it. Oh, by mine honor, half drunk! What is he at the gate, cousin?
Is a gentleman.
A gentleman? What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman here. Oh, plague on these pickled herring. How now, sauce?
Oh, good, so tell me.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery! I defy lechery! As well at the gate.
Ay, Mary! What is he?
Let it be the devil, and he will. I care not. Well, believe me, my faith, say I. It's all one. Knaves.
Go, look after him.
Lechery.
The fool shall look to the madman. Give me that.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so! And he says he'll stand at your door and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind?
What manner of man?
A very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman! My lady calls!
Come, bring me my hat. Throw it o'er my face. We'll once again hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I'd be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, and yet I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
I am.
If you are she, I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what's important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of moon with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'm to hull here a little longer.
Oh, sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver. Speak your office.
My words are as full of peace as matter. I bring no overture of war.
And yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity, to any others, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity.
Most sweet lady.
Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady.
Ah, comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Wherein lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
In the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Gentle one, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and unveil the picture. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will leave these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
I should not be so hard-hearted. It'll be inventory, as item, 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with sighs that thunder love, with groans of fire!
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet, I suppose him virtuous, noble, of great estate, and in the very shape of nature, a gracious person. But yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life in your denial, I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love and sing them loud, even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do well. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Should say thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, action and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance you were to come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Thank you for your pains. Fare you well. Spend this for me.
I'm no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at my mind. Oh, how now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. He left this ring behind him, would I or not. Tell him I'll none of it. But would that youth return again this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hie thee, Malvolio!
Madam, I will.
I know not what. And fair to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Oh, fate, show thy force. To ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be. And be this so.
Will you stay no longer?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave, that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Well, let me then know of you, Sebastian, whither you are bound.
No sooth, sir. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But know of me, Antonio. My father was that Sebastian of Mezzaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we have so ended? But you, sir, altered that. Some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea, was my sister drowned.
Oh, madre mia.
A lady, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water. I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, my kind Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him whom you have recovered, desire it not. Upon the least occasion more, I am bound for Count Orsino's court. Farewell!
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee! I have many enemies in Orsino's court, but come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall seem sport, and I will go!
not you even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. Put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hearty to come again in his affairs. Unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She left no ring with me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outsides have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure! I am the man! If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. How will this fetch? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day! What thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. Not to be abed after midnight is to be up betimes, thou knowest.
Nay, my troth, I know not. But to be up late is to be up late.
False conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can! To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early. So that to be up after midnight and to go to bed is to go to bed betimes.
Faith, so you say.
Does not our life consist of the four elements?
I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. Marion, I say, a stoup of wine.
Oh, here comes the fool in faith.
How now, my heart? Did you never see the picture we three?
Welcome, ass. Now, let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast.
Thank you.
And so sweet a breath to sing. Thou wast in very gracious fooling last night. 'Twas very good in faith. I sent thee 6 pence, hadst it?
I did in petticoats thy gratillity.
Excellent. Boy, this is the best fooling when all is done. Now, a song.
Yeah, come on. There's a 6 pence for you. Let's have a song.
There's a testrel's me too.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song. A love song.
I care not for good life.
Your true love is coming. I can sing
voice.
Most contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious in faith.
Oh, shall we dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
Oh, and you love me, let's do it. I am a dog in a catch.
By Our Lady, some dogs will catch well.
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I've constrained one to call me knave. Come, begin. It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Good in faith. Come, begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave. Got it? Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace, I pray you hold thy peace. Hold thy peace, I pray you hold thy peace.
What the hell will you keep out here? Splud, will you hold thy peace?
Hold thy peace, thou knave, thou knave. Hold thy peace,
Quiet! If my lady have not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Malvolio's a pegger Ramsey, and 3 merry men be we. Am not I consanguineous? Am I not of her blood? Till valley lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon.
Made a night an admirable fooling.
On the 12th night of December.
He does it with a magic grace, but I do it more naturally.
3 singers sing a
What are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house, that you squeak out your coziest catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you?
We do keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up!
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell. Farewell, dear heart, for I must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do say his days are almost done.
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie!
Shall I bid him go? What shall do? Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, yeah.
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
No, you dare not.
Out of tune, sir. You lie. Aught any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Mariah?
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand!
Yeah! Do it! I'll write thee a challenge!
Oh, sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, but let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us. Possess us. Tell us something of him.
But Mary, sir, sometimes he's a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I would beat him like a dog.
The devil a Puritan there he is. an affectioned ass that can't state without book and utters it by great swords, so crammed, as he thinks, with excellencies, that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him. And on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the colour of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece.
Excellent. I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He will think by the letters thou wilt drop that they come from my niece and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that colour.
And your horse would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Twill be admirable.
Oh, Spot Royal, I warn you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant the two of you, and let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night, to bed.
Before me, she's a good wench.
A beagle. True bred and one who adores me. What on that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hast need sent for more money.
Well, if I can't recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Send for money, knight. If thou hast to naught in the end, call me cut. Well, 'tis too late to go to bed now. Send for more money.
Give me some music. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Why, thou dost speak masterly. My life upon, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some fancy that it loves. Hath it not, my boy?
A little by your favor.
And, what kind of woman is't?
Of your complexion.
Ah, she's not worth thee then. What, years, i' faith?
About your years, my lord.
Ah, too old, by heaven.
I think it well, my lord.
Boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are. Come, fellow, the song we had last night. Mark it, Cesario, it is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters sitting in the sun, and the free maids that weave their thread with bones do used to chant it. It is silly sooth, and dallies with the innocence of love like the old age. It reminds me.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee sing.
Come away, come away. And in South Cyprus, let there be fly away,
thy pains?
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing.
I pay thy pleasure then. Give me now leave to leave thee.
May the melancholy God protect thee. Farewell.
Once more, Cesario, get thee to yond same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love more noble than the world prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the parts that fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I prize as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her in attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir,
I cannot be so answered.
sooth what you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so, must she not then be answered?
Ha! There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, but mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between the love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may owe. In faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as were I a woman, I should, your lordship.
What is her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will. For still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house. And all the brothers too. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye. To her in haste. Give her this jewel, say, my love can give no place, bide no denay.
Come thy way, Signorita Fabiana.
Oh, nay, I'll come. Aye, if I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death in the melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to see that rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
Oh, I would exalt, man. Oh, you know he put me out of favor with my lady here.
Well, we will fool him black and blue, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not. It is a pity of our lives.
Oh, here comes the little devil. How now, my metal of India?
Oh! Get ye all three into the tavern. Malvolio's coming down this walk. Well, he's been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Well, close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there. Here comes the little trout. Hello.
'Tis but fortune. All is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on't?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Slight, I could so beat the road.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue!
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the stray key married the yeoman of the wardrobe.
Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. Look how imagination blows him.
Fie on him, Jezebel.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone to hit him in the eye.
calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia, sleeping,
Fire and brimstone!
and then to have the humor of state, And after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs, to ask for my kinsman, Toby.
Bolts and shackles shall this fellow live!
Peace now!
7 of my people with an obedient start make out for it. I frown the while and perchance wind up my watch. Or play with some rich jewel.
Huh?
Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Does not Toby take thee a blow in the lips then?
Toby!
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control, saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech. You must amend your drunkenness.
Out! Scam!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warned you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew 'twas I, for many do call me fool.
What employment have we here? By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's. And thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, U's, and T's, why that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases. By your leave, wax. Soft. And the impressure with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
Oh, this wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know. What follows? If this should be thee, Malvolio?
Marry, hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Fustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. I serve her. She is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end. What should that alphabetical position portend? If I could make that resemble something in me. Softly. M-O-A-I.
Oh, I make up that.
Malvolio. M. Why, that begins my name.
M.
But then there is no consonancy in the sequel. That suffers under probation. A should follow, but O does. And then I comes behind.
Oh, aye, if you had any eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. M-O-A-I. Meow. Meow. Mahi. Mow. 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 Moi. Every one of these letters are in my name. So, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands. Let thy blood and spirit embrace them. And to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that Sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point of eyes the very man. Thank you. I do not now fool myself. My lady loves me! She did commend my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this drives me to these habits of her liking. I thank my stars I am happy. I will be strange. Stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I could marry this wench for this device.
And so could I, too.
And ask no other dowry with her but such another jest.
Nor I neither.
Oh, here comes my noble doll catcher.
Wilt thou put thy foot on my neck?
Or on mine either.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon him?
Like aqua vitae with the midwife.
If you will then see the fruit of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a colour she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable content. If you will see it, follow me.
Oh, to the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit!
I'll make one too.